A common canvas is a painting collaboration where we paint the subject that is given to us by the host or the co-host. Today it is all about flowers. Hi, my name is Cindy, aka Z9Designs. So sit back, relax, and check out the beauty of flowers. With that being said, let's get on with the show. The supplies include an artist's loft paint by numbers kit, and this was from Michael's, and it was only $3. One 8 by 11 inch canvas, 4 brushes, 18 numbered paint pots, one 8 by 10 printed picture of final painting, one numbered reference sheet, wooden hanger display, 4 wooden rods with pre-drilled holes, 6 pair of metal pins, and 1 instruction sheet. Now, I have seen paint by numbers before, but not so tiny that I would need a magnifying glass. Let me tell you, I could not have done this without my magnifying glass, and I guess I should have put that on what was needed. Therefore, this was challenging and I would say very difficult, but I struggled through it, as you will see. I tried to start with all of the various colors of white paint. Because it is the shading that makes the painting beautiful. That was starting with number 1 and 2. I painted around the top 3 roses . And some spots in between the leaves, providing I could even see with a magnifying glass. Next, I switched to the greens, starting from light to dark green. All of the leaves were painted and shading as indicated. I think it would have helped if the instructions were larger, then I would know where and how to start. But if you do one color at a time, I found out that it works a little better. The good thing about the paint is that it dried very quickly, because the one thing that you did not want was to smear the paint with your hand. So that is why I tried to do all of the one color first and then let it dry and then go on to the next color. A common canvas is hosted by Jeannie's Palette, and the guest host is me, Z9Designs. I am so honored to be able to choose the theme for today because I love flowers. Jeannie is so talented and can paint anything and make it look super good. So be sure to subscribe, like, save, and comment on our channels. We are innovative, unique, and interesting painters. The link to our channels is in the description box below. Now, there are other painters that are showing you what they can paint. So be sure to check out their channels. The link to the playlist is in the description box below. Okay, so now on with the painting by numbers. Next, it was painting the deep rose and pinks, which brought out the beauty of the roses. Now there are 6 different colors of pink, and they all have their moment in painting. Next came some deep oranges and some light oranges. I spent several hours on this painting, but did not think I needed to bring you along for the entire journal, or we might be here for a few days. Cannot tell you how many hours I spent on painting the florals, but I probably would have painted a rose or 2 freehand in approximately 1 hour. However, I wanted you to see how long it took and the process. I probably will not do this small of a paint by number again. However, I took some liberties when I couldn't make out the numbers. I just painted what color I thought looked best in that. And lastly, I put a piece of wood under the canvas at the top and pushed a metal pin through the canvas and the pre-drilled holes. The other piece of wood was placed on top and a cap was pushed in so that it would hold the pin together and the 2 pieces of wood. And this same process was done on the bottom also. And it was hung to show you the beautiful results of painting by numbers. On the brighter side, I purchased this paint by number kit for Michael's for only $3. With that being said, I'm glad it was inexpensive. Now, would you try this? Let me know in the comments. Now, I have seen some larger canvas pieces that are simply beautiful. So I may splurge on that one day and paint those flowers. I think it is so much better to have larger flowers that you can paint. Then you can stay within the guidelines. If you have liked what you've seen, be sure to subscribe, like, save, and comment. Crafting is challenging, but also rewarding. In fact, it has been said an art activity a month increases life expectancy by 10 years. Well, that's incredible. Of course, one must exercise, get rest, and eat healthy too. I always enjoy encouraging comments. Also, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Facebook. And thanks for watching each and every week. I appreciate all of your comments, and remember, for every minute you remain angry, you give up 60 seconds of peace of mind. This is by Ralph Waldo Emerson. See you later. Bye-bye.